Hey, you may feel like you hear this every year, but damn, time really does fly by, especially this past year. So I hope that you had an amazing year full of wonderful experiences that brought you joy. But how do you really know if you've had a good year or not? This is a serious question, y'all. Well, you need to complete it with a bang. Hey there, it's me, Stefan Burchard, the Bowtie Coach. I record and post inspirational and useful business content here because I believe that mindset matters most. Check back because I upload new content every other week. So completing the year with the bang, pardon the pun, is the best. On New Year's Eve, we all have our own way of celebrating by blessing the old and bringing in the new. One of the best ways to celebrate is to clear out the cobwebs that may interfere with the celebrations. A friend once told me a while ago that the way we ring in the new year is how the next year goes. I don't really know how true that is, but I do know the year before this past year, I was pretty unconscious about what I was creating. I was on autopilot and did what I've always done, instead of being brave and doing something different. I thought if I simply did more of the old stuff and turned it up, then I'd get better results. Oops. Well, do you remember the definition of insanity? Albert Einstein said it's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. I wanted a new and better year this past year, and that's what I got, as well as a lot of growth and learning. My word for this past year was harmony. How'd I do on that? So my task before New Year's Eve is to complete this past year thoroughly. What did I learn? What did I accomplish? What could I do better? What do I want to do more of? How can I stretch myself? How can I be a better version of myself? Well, I think you get the idea. This is a conscious process of reviewing and reflecting the year. Reviewing is looking at what happened and what I learned overall, as well as specific situations, blessings, and challenges. Reflection. This is looking at the why of the learnings, or more accurately, what is this showing me about me? John Dewey said, "We do not learn from experiences, we learn from reflecting on experiences." You can't go through this in a hurry. If you haven't examined this past year yet, here are some useful tips. First, make a list. Identify an exhaustive list of things you attempted that turned out better than expected, and things you tried that didn't work out well. Or simply, what were this past year's blessings and opportunities for growth? There are lessons to be learned from both, and we don't often do this thorough examination as we plan the following year. I'm really big on conscious completion. It's vital when creating something new to have a clean slate. Otherwise, we're only putting a Band-Aid on something that hasn't completely healed yet. We know how that goes. After you've created your to lists, then you need to review and reflect on each one, or go for the top 5 opportunities and go deep in reflecting on them. Then, my next step is to look at the top 2 opportunities and blessings. Here's a useful tip. Always start with the opportunities and then end with the blessings. You'll feel a lot better for it. Then, you look to see if there's any common threads or themes in the opportunities and blessings. What are they showing you about yourself? Looking at this deeply can point to what you may want to bring the following year, especially since we're about to plan the next year anyway. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions about all of this, feel free to give me a call, text, or email. I'm happy to help you out. Number 2, review your resources. If you are anything like me, you are likely taking on too much, especially if you're running your own business. Instead, ask yourself these simple questions. Do I need part-time or full-time help? And then, are there any software or automations that can make these repetitive tasks easier? If you want different results in the upcoming year, you must determine what resources best suit your needs. Remember, more of the same resources are not necessarily better. Now, with a clean slate, we get to think big. You may have accomplished a lot this year, but what do you want to accomplish next year? You've been improving all year as you experience new things and learn new lessons. The new and improved you can set bigger, bolder goals. With the help of resources, you decide to add to your business. So what are your stretch goals for the coming year? One of my coaches said, if your goals don't make you vomit a little in your mouth, they're not big enough. Just saying. I don't know that I believe in that. However, I do think our goals should make us a little uncomfortable. This process is definitely a challenging task, but I promise it will yield fruitful results. So before launching into the new year, I will excise all my stuff and my ick from this past year and elicit what I've learned. The new year feels so much better knowing I may not have hit my goals, but I did learn, grow, and evolve. Then with a clear head and heart, I can begin the new year with excitement and energy. Happy New Year, y'all. Hey, please pass this on to a friend or family member who may be looking to grow professionally or personally. Now watch this awesome vid about the birth of the Bowtie Coach. Bye! But how do you, ooh, that's going fast. Any systems or software you could create that would make repetitive. That's what happens when it's not in the script.